What's going on, guys? I'm Jake the Lawn Kid. Welcome back to another weekend in my basement. Because of how cold and cloudy it is today, I can't help bear another minute out there. So I'm hiding out inside where it's actually warm and cozy, and I got the nice American flag up there, which represents neighborhood domination. Anyway, today's going to be step 2 of our N-Ext Step Liquid Lawn Care Program 2019. So for those of you guys who are new here, basically what this playlist is it's a year-long project I'm doing at my house here in my front lawn, where I'm running it off of nothing but Greene County N-Ext liquid lawn fertility and specialty products in an attempt to improve my soil quality and reduce the amount of nitrogen I input on my lawn in a single season. With all that being said, let's get into the video, bruh. This video, like I said, is going to be video number 2 of that playlist. But before we get into the actual meat and potatoes of this video, let me go ahead and give you guys an update on what I've done to the lawn in the past 4 weeks since we've last seen it, and how it looks the way it does now. So first week of April, that was our first fertilizer application. We put down an application of Green Punch 1801, and we put that down at a rate of about 16 ounces per 1,000 square feet. For those of you guys who are smart, you'll remember that gave us about a quarter pound of nitrogen. And then in conjunction with that, I also put down the aerate product, and I put that down at 6 ounces per 1,000 square feet. And then a couple of weeks after that, once I noticed growth starting to happen, I went ahead and did my first cut. As you guys know, I happen to have a very fine flexible grass type like Kentucky bluegrass, and for that reason, I performed my first cut as well as the next 2 cuts that came after that at 2.5 inches. And then the third thing I did is I went ahead and spot sprayed for weed. And I went ahead and did it using my favorite method, which is to use liquid concentrate mixed into a hand can sprayer with the fan tip nozzle, walking the lawn in a grid, only spraying where I see weeds and not where I don't. And then about 4 to 5 days before I did the actual step 2, I went ahead and put down an application of Humic 12 at 6 ounces per 1,000 square feet. And I used that product because I wanted to get humic acid into the soil, hence the reason they call it Humic 12. And the reason I wanted to do that is because I want to make sure that my lawn is soaking up every nutrient possible, and the way to do that is to apply humic acid, which will increase that nutrient availability of the nutrients you've just applied. And that brings us to about a week ago when I did step 2, and as you'll see, the lawn is looking really good. Just got done with my third mowing at 2.5 inches, and as far as mowing height goes, it's going to be slowly uphill from here as we progress into the summer. And to start that off, I'm going to start by raising my mower from 2.5 inches to 3. See what I was talking about? Just super gloomy outside. Don't even want to be a part of that right now. Okay, so let's talk about what we're applying today and why. So basically what we're doing is another round of aerate and Green Punch 1801. And the reason we're doing that is because of something I've been saying a lot on this channel recently, and that is I want to prepare the lawn for the hot, dry summer to come. And I'm going to do that by using the aerate product to open the soil up to increase air, water, nutrient penetration. And then in conjunction with that, I'm going to use my fertility product here, the 1801 Green Punch. I'm going to use this to stimulate growth both on top and down below. And in addition to that, I'm also going to get a ton of other benefits from this because of all the goodies that are in here, including the humic acid and the cold weather kelp that you see there. The main ones being I want to increase nutrient availability, stimulate root growth, and increase overall root mass. So that is why we're putting this down. And our means of application is going to be via a hose end sprayer. Now, as you guys remember last time, I did do these 2 applications separately, and I'm going to continue doing that, but The only difference being is I'm only going to use the hose end sprayer for the entirety of the application. The reason I'm using the hose end sprayer in the first place is because this product here, the Green Punch, because it's so high in nitrogen content, it requires constant dilution with water, and the hose end sprayer is going to give us that. Now, as far as the air rate, I don't care what you do. Spray it out with a tank, spray it out with the hose end. It's a soil application, so make sure whatever you do, you get it down. This product here, just make sure you're using a hose end sprayer. Now, all I'm doing today to keep things simple and more efficient is I'm just going to use the hose end sprayer for the entire thing. Again, separate applications, but same means for both of them. Hope that makes sense. Okay, so here's a quick tip for those of you guys who have just, hold on, let me turn that off. Okay, so here's a quick tip for those of you guys who have a couple of ounces left in your sprayer and your sprayer is not able to output it just because of the positioning, right? Here's what you do. You just take it off, take this, put it in here, fill it up, and then work as much of that material out as possible to get the maximum value of your application. You don't necessarily have to do this, but it's a great way to ensure that you get the maximum value out of your application. Now we have just a little bit more left. Now a lot of you might wonder, hey Jake, shouldn't you fill the sprayer up and pump the rest of this out? The answer is no. We've already done that and we got as much out as possible. So what do you do with any leftover product? I'll tell you what you do. You go towards the plant in your landscape that's struggling the most, just dump it. Don't think twice, it's only going to help. Okay, so we're about a day after the Green Punch application, and as you can see, look at how dark green the bluegrass is. We do have a couple of troubling weeds in here, like the quackgrass, which has been here for a long time, as well as the Poa trivialis, which, judging by how the year goes, that might dictate whether or not I want to go ahead and spray with glyphosate maybe and, do a complete overhaul renovation on those areas. We'll just have to go through the year and see how things play out. But based on past experience, shouldn't really be a problem. It'll go away with time. But either way, look at how dark blue-green this lawn is. It just goes to show that Green Punch, when you put it down right, that's that Green Punch, man. Look at it. It's that iron in there just making this lawn look extra dark blue-green. Just look at it. Beautiful. Also, another thing I want to go ahead and show you right here. These are some dandelions that are popping up, and this is about a day after hitting them with the liquid concentrate, and as you can see, they are wilting to the ground. So that's going to do it for step 2. Now, as far as what we're going to do moving forward, we're going to continue mowing this lawn weekly. But one thing we're going to start to do is we're going to start to slowly raise our mowing height up to the optimum height for the summer. And the way we're going to initiate that is we're going to take our lawnmowers and raise them up a ½ inch higher than we have been mowing the past 3 cuts. So if you have Kentucky bluegrass and perennial rye, that's going to be from 2.5 to 3. If you have tall fescue, that's going to be from 3 to 3.5 inches. So I hope that makes sense. If you enjoyed the video, then make sure you subscribe to the channel, and I will show you how to get the greenest and thickest lawn on the block. With that, I'm Jake the Lawn Kid. Thank you for watching. I'll see you guys next time. If I don't see you guys next time, you're gonna be dominated, bro. See you later.